Well, my name is Shawna. I know a lot of you, but a lot of you I don't know. And as a yoga teacher, I don't usually start with a Dharma talk because I really believe that you're here for your practice and you're gonna get whatever you're gonna get out of your yoga practice. My teacher, with whom I studied for 500 hours, does require a Dharma talk, which challenges me to be vulnerable in front of strangers and people who I'm familiar with. But the theme of today's class, in line with the Dharma talk, is really about following your path and following your heart. And that can be like a cheesy thing to think about, or it makes me kind of wiggle sometimes when someone's like, follow your heart and listen to your path. But it's been my experience, particularly with yoga, that it's so true. And about 11 years ago, I was at San Diego State, and I was struggling so badly, and yoga was the only thing that really kept me together and kind of helped me continue to put one foot in front of the other and follow my path. And I remember specifically there was a day, I had really bad autoimmune issues in my early 20s when I got sober, and yoga was hard physically for me to do. And so I'd often be really fatigued, really tired. And I was lying on a bench at San Diego State, like staring up at the sky. And I was like, what am I doing here? I just want to be a yoga teacher. Like, F school, I don't want to do this anymore. I just want to be a yoga teacher. And that was 2013. I ended up dropping out of school a couple times as I pursued like yoga and health and healing. And now we're here 12 years later, and I'm kind of having an out-of-body experience. Like, oh my gosh, we're here. We're doing it. Like, there's people I've known since childhood here. There's people I've known in my professional life and from college. So thank you all for being here so much. Now that that is out of the way, I want you to feel into your heart space as we practice today, whatever that means for you. And it can be as deep as you want it to be. It can be as light as you want it to be. But see if you can listen instead of trying to make it something, if that makes sense. So, yay, Dharma talk is done. And we are going to sit as we are. If you wish, you can prop yourself up on a block in a cross-legged position. And if it's comfortable, let your eyes close. Otherwise, softly cast your gaze on the floor along the line of your nose. And you might turn your palms face up on your thighs. And take a full breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale. And again, a full deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale. You can continue like that or close your mouth, breathe in and out through your nose. And for this next little stretch of time that we have together, just letting yourself be here on your mat. And let your hips anchor down into the earth. And grow tall through your spine. And start to notice the bottom of your next exhale. Hold the breath out. And then inhale into your heart space. Through your nose, slow exhale. Hold the breath out. And deeper, fuller breath in. Through your nose, exhale. Hold the breath out. And two more just like that. Inhale until you're full. Through your nose, let it go. Deep breath in. And slow exhale. And keeping your eyes closed, inhale, stretch your arms up over your head. And exhale your thumbs to your forehead center. And you might ask your mind to quiet itself as you listen to your heart. Thumbs draw down towards your heart space. Take a clearing breath in. And a clearing breath out. Inhaling for the sound of Om. Bowing your forehead to your hands. Namaste. We'll begin in child's pose, coming off your blocks, taking your knees as wide as your yoga mat, your big toes coming to touch. And crawl your fingertips forward, forehead drops down. And continue to lengthen breath as your hands separate as wide as your shoulders. One more little housekeeping thing. A lot of you I know, but a lot of you I don't. If you're comfortable with hands-on adjustments, just give me a thumbs up. I don't offer many, but if you're comfortable with hands-on, give me a thumbs up for just another moment. And if not, keep your palms face down on your mat. Thank you. And a long breath in. And a full breath out. You can stay here or crawl your hands off to the right. Side bending through your left side waist. Your left hand might rest on top of your right palm. And sit your left hip back. Your next inhale, hands through center. Exhale your hands off to the left. Right hand might rest on top of your left palm. Let your neck soften. Becoming aware of your shins pressing on earth. And a slow inhale back to center. And exhale here. Child's pose is a place you can return to at any moment throughout class. When you're ready, coming up to your hands, to your knees. And then moving in a way that feels good for you. You might side to side or barrel rolls through your chest. If you're ready to come through cat-cow, starting to feel what it's like to be in your body today. Listening for your breath. And taking one more cycle, moving as you move, completing your exhales. Meeting with a neutral spine, toes flat on your yoga mat. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze upward, and a big exhale to round. Inhale, open your chest. Gaze up. Exhale, round. One more. Inhale, open, shoulders draw back and down. Exhale, round. Find neutral spine. Send your left arm forward and your right leg back. And you might point your back toes. You might flex them. Just feel into your back foot a little bit. And find a little round through your spine, almost like cat pose. Breathe in. Exhale, elbow to knee underneath you. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, reach, get long. Exhale, curl inward. Inhale, reach. This time as you exhale, bend your left elbow to the left, your right knee to the right. This is our frog variation. Flex your right foot a lot. And then see if your right knee can lift a little, your elbow, your chest, your gaze. One breath in. Stay for a breath out. Inhale, arm and leg long. Exhale, hand and knee down. Inhale your right arm forward, your left leg back. Pause. Just notice your left palm pressing down. You might flex and point through your back foot. Stay for a breath in. Exhale your elbow and knee underneath you. Inhale, reach. You might look to your right hand. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, reach. This time, exhale, left knee goes left, right elbow wide. Pause. Flex your left foot, lift your left knee. Your right elbow, maybe your chest, your gaze. Inhale, get long. Exhale, plant your knee in your hand. Take your hands a little bit forward. Let your hips drop. This is supported plank. Some of you tucking your toes to high plank. At any point, your knees can be on the earth in your plank poses. Almost like someone had a little string on your chest that you consented to. Let your chest come forward a little bit. Yep, one breath in. Exhale your knees, your chest, your chin to earth. Hands stay by your side, low cobra, inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, forehead to mat. Fingertips wide off your mat, elbows to sky. Inhale, rise up, fingertip cobra. Exhale, down. One more time, inhale, lift. You can stay or lower halfway, float your feet and hands. Gently peel your shoulders back, one more breath in. Exhale, hands by your side, tuck your toes, plank pose on a breath in. Downward dog, exhale, pedaling out your knees, maybe nodding your head. And spreading your fingers so wide on your mat. And from your down dog, walk your hands back towards your feet. Generous bend in your knees. You might hold opposite elbows, ragdoll fold. Little side to side or forward and back is optional. Inner feet pressing down as you breathe in. And exhale, walk it back out, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, your right leg to the sky. Bend your knees, stack your hips as you exhale. Inhale, straight right leg. Exhale, knee to nose, pause. It's just like cat pose, round your shoulders. Step your right foot between your hands, back knee down, low lunge, arms to the sky as you breathe in. And exhale, hands to the earth. Inhale, right arm to sky. Exhale, right hand down. Step it back to plank or supported on an inhale. And lower either knees, chest, chin, or first chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Any movement here is welcome. If you need to shift side to side a bit or bend one knee. Just notice if it's a movement that comes from habit or actual body need. Inhale your left leg to sky. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Inhale, straight left leg. Exhale, knee to nose, pause. Slow motion step, left foot between hands, right knee down. Low lunge. Inhale, arms to sky. Exhale, plant your palms. Inhale, left arm reaches. Exhale, left hand down. Step it back, plank or support as you breathe in. And lower as you like, knees or chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full Full breath out. Inhale, lift your heels. And exhale, tiptoe forward, top of your yoga mat. Feet land as wide as your hips. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Rise to stand. Inhale, arms to sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Mountain pose, hands by your sides. Your big toes might touch for Surya Namaskar A. Inhale your arms, your gaze up. Exhale, fold inward. Inhale, flat back. Optional flow or skip it, meet us in downward dog. Feeling into your chest space, your heart space. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, step or hop, top of your yoga mat, flat back when you arrive. Exhale, fold. Rise to stand, inhale, arms to sky, look up. Exhale, hands through your heart, mountain pose. Again, inhale, reach, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Step or hop back through your flow or meet us in downward dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, step or float, top of your mat. Flat back, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Rise to stand, arms to sky, strong legs. Exhale, hands to heart. By your side. Again, inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Step or hop back or meet us in downward dog. Listening for your breath. Now keeping your arms strong, inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, step or hop, top of your mat. Flat back when you arrive. Exhale, fold. Rise to stand, arms to sky, gaze up. Exhale, hands to your heart and by your side. Your big toes might touch as you bend your knees, reach for the floor and then the sky. Chair pose, one breath in. Exhale, straight legs fold. Inhale, look forward. Optional flow or downward dog. Surya Namaskar B. Little more heat. From your downward dog, step your right foot between your hands, left heel down. One inhale takes you all the way up. And one exhale takes you all the way back down. Plant your palms, step back. Some of you hovering your right foot. Up dog or cobra. Stay with your breath pace, downward dog. Left foot between your hands, right heel down. Big inhale, warrior one, arms to sky. Exhale, lower through. Some of you hovering left foot through chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Big exhale, downward dog. 3 long breaths. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, step or hop, top of your yoga mat, flat back, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, one breath in. Mountain pose, exhale. Again, inhale, forward chair pose. Your exhale, straight legs to fold. Inhale, flat back. Step or hop back through your flow. Notice if your mind is doing stuff as you step your right foot forward, left heel down, warrior one. Full inhale to rise all the way up. Full exhale, plant your palms, step back, lower through. From down dog, left foot between your hands, right heel down, warrior one, rise up. Exhale, plant your palms, lower through. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Walk your hands back towards your feet. One more ragdoll pose, holding opposite elbows. This time you might put your awkward elbow on top as you find a generous bend in your knees. Your low belly resting on your thighs. Long inhale. Exhale, walk it out, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, step or float, top of your mat. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, one breath in. Stand and open, one breath out. Come back to your feet. Bend your knees, find chair pose, and stay. Some of you taking your fingertips to touch over your head. Drishti gaze at your hands. And slow as can be, hands find your heart. Interlace your fingers, press your palms away, your gaze goes down. And you can stay right here. Feel your legs, your heels, or lift your heels away from the earth. Half chair. One more breath in. As you exhale, it's either Bakasana crow pose or it's Malasana squat. So a lot of us choosing squat, separating our knees, hands at your heart. Or it's Bakasana crow, your feet tuck in, round through your upper spine. 2 breaths. And we all step back, optional flow, or straight to down dog. And from your downward dog, inhale your right leg to the sky. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Inhale, straight right leg. Exhale, right knee to your left tricep. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, right foot between your hands, left heel down, warrior one. Stay. Some of you bringing your hands to touch overhead. Imagine you could send breath right into your heart space. Another inhale. And exhale, either interlacing your hands behind you, some of you holding your elbows or using your strap. Inhale, lift your heart up. And exhale, fold your right shoulder inside your right thigh, humble warrior. Your head, your chin, your gaze might go back towards your left foot. Even in your fold, can your heart stay open? Pressing into your right foot. Inhale, lift up just a little bit. And exhale, lift your left heel. You can stay here, you can land your back knee, or you turn it to warrior 3 pose. Option to keep the bind of your hand, or bring your hands to your heart or elsewhere that feels appropriate for your body. With strong legs, soften the space around your ears, the sides of your neck. Breathe in. Stay for your exhale. Can we land in warrior 1? Arms all the way up, inhale. And then exhale, open it out, warrior 2. You might bend and straighten into your front knee a couple times. Eventually settling your gaze over your right fingertips. And your right palm flips up. Inhale, reverse your warrior 2. Exhale to side angle your right elbow to your right thigh. Left arm up and over. And some of you taking a half or full bind here. If your left arm is extended, your left bicep tries to touch your left ear. One more breath in. If you're fully bound, start to unwind yourself. And inhale, reverse your warrior all the way back up. Exhale, straighten your right leg, reverse triangle. And some of you staying right here, others taking left wrist and pulling yourself up and back, a little self-adjustment. One more breath in. And exhale, reach forward, Trikonasana triangle, right hand to shin blocker floor. Left arm to sky, or half bind. Everyone looks so nice. I took a class, I was a student for a film class once, and I have never tried harder than that day. Stay as you breathe in. Exhale, look down, left hand to your hip. Half moon, right hand to block or floor. Left leg to sky. Left arm might reach. Steady your eyes. Now, some of you bending your back knee, some of you floating your right hand towards your heart. Wherever you are, your eyes stay still. One more full breath in. As we exhale, left hand comes down, hips level off, standing splits. Little bend in your right knee is helpful. Some of you holding your bottom calf with one or both hands. Both hands to the earth. Bring your left leg down and drag your right foot back a little bit. Palms plant, left leg lifts. It might be nice for your hands to be on a block if your hands don't find the earth easily. Some of you have a handstand practice. So now would be the time to practice it. If you're over it, come on to child's pose, we'll meet you there. But if you're into it, you might rock into your wrists back to your right foot. And keeping both feet flexed, you might find tiny little L-shaped hops. Maybe switching at the top. But like I said, we'll meet in child's pose. So take some time to hop, maybe through a flow. And then we'll all find our way to child's pose. You might bring your hands by your side, your palms face up, coming off your shoulders. And return to breath. Is it possible to watch the exhale all the way out? Heavy through your hips. Letting your forehead melt into the mat. Eventually you find yourself on your hands and your knees. And your hands to the top corners of your yoga mat. Knees walk back a bit. And slowly your chest, maybe your chin or your forehead drops down for puppy pose. Sending breath into your armpit chest. Walk your left hand a little bit closer to you and then your right. Find your hands and your knees. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze up. Big exhale, round your spine. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg to sky. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Inhale, straight left leg. Exhale, left knee, right elbow underneath you. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, left foot between your hands, right heel down, warrior one. Rise. Palms might touch overhead. And for just a moment, let your shoulders rise up a bit. Feel the space created in your low ribs, and then soften your shoulders. You take a breath in. Exhale, either interlacing your fingers behind you or holding your elbows. Maybe it's your awkward index finger on top. Inhale, straight arms, straight chest. Exhale, fold left shoulder inside left thigh, humble warrior. Right hip moves down just a tiny, tiny bit. Back leg strong. Your front foot presses down as you inhale, lift up a little bit. Exhale, lift your back heel. Stay here, option to drop your back knee or turn it to warrior three. Back foot lifting. Hands could stay bound or they find your hips, your heart. Any variation you wish. Bottom foot pressing down so much. When you are ready, landing in warrior one, arms to the sky. Exhale, warrior two, open it out, bend and straighten through your front knee as much or as little as you like. Left palm flips up. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, left elbow to thigh or left hand on the earth as you find extended side angle, right arm all the way forward. If you have a binding practice, feel free to practice it. Your drishti gaze might be at your right elbow. The fullest inhale you can muster. If you're bound, unwind your bind. Inhale, reverse your warrior, left arm all the way up. Exhale, straighten your left leg, reverse triangle. Stay here or reach your right hand up for your left wrist. Give yourself a little adjustment, pulling up and back. And can you feel both of your feet evenly on the earth? Inhale, reach your arms wide. And exhale, reach forward, Trikonasana, left hand to shin, block, or earth. Right arm up or half bound. Another inhale, opening your collarbones, your hips. Exhale, look down, right hand to your hip. Bend your left knee, setting up for half moon. Left hand to block or floor. Land your eyes. And then maybe add your flourishes. Some of you bending your back knee, reaching for your back foot. Some of you floating your bottom hand. Stay for one more inhale, arm and leg long if you're bound. Exhale to standing splits. Right hand to the earth or your blocks. Right leg up, folding in. And can we just be in this shape? Some of you holding your bottom calf with one or both hands. In the back of your neck, release just a little. And consider hopping your second round of handstand hops. Or coming back to another restful child's pose, maybe flowing along the way. And child's pose is where we'll meet. Notice if the mind is concocting any stories. And come back to breath. Take another long inhale in your child's pose. And exhale however you like. And come to a seat on your heels. Interlace your fingers at your heart center. Press your palms away. And then take your arms to the sky on a breath in. Let your ribs pop up. Let your gaze go up. Exhale, round, round, round. Hands towards your thighs. Ribs draw in. Inhale, re-extend. Your gaze follows your hands. Exhale, round, round, round. This time your hands find the earth. Your hands and your knees. And you could come crawling like a bebe towards the top of your mat, or you tuck your toes, you lift your knees, and you slowly crawl like a bear. I've never seen a bear do this, but they say they do it. Bring your knees down, toes stay tucked, find your blocks. Blocks on either side of your feet. Rise to your knees when you're ready. Interlace your palms at your heart, fingers interlace, palms away. Inhale, arms to sky, gaze up. And exhale, lean into your toes. Lift your hips, lift your heart. One breath in. And exhale, your right hand finds your right block. And your left arm reaches up. Your gaze can be down or it finds the sky. Inhale, both arms to sky. And exhale, left hand, left block. Hips forward, heart forward. Stay for a breath. And exhale, both your hands come forward. Take your blocks to the top of your mat. Tuck your toes to downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Some of you flipping your dog. If that's not your vibe, left knee down. Stack your hips for a supported Vashisthasana. So either supported half plank or a flipped dog. One more breath in. Exhale, we all find three-legged dog, right leg to the sky. Breathe it in. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. All of your toes to the left. Hands under your shoulders. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, soft elbows fold in. Some of you have a headstand full upside down practice. You're welcome to go there. I'll cue you out of it. The rest of us, a couple more breaths. Leaning weight towards your toes. Eventually, hands crawl back underneath your shoulders. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, hands at your hips. Come all the way up. And exhale. And you can do that same fold where you take your hands behind, interlace fingers, or hold your elbows. And now lift your heart. And exhale, hips up, heart down to earth. Hands up and over your head. Prasarita, Padottanasana, C. Inner thighs squeeze gently together. Stay lifted for one more breath in. As you exhale, soften your elbows, bring your hands to the floor. Now little fluid side to side, so bending one knee at a time through your side lunges. If you wish to float your hands, make them a little more active, a little more fiery. You can do that. And the next time your right knee is bent, keep it bent. Side lunging to the right. Your left toes might lift up a little. So letting yourself come down. You can stay here. You take your right hand to the floor, back of your right arm, inner left thigh. That's your right thigh. And then your left arm might stretch up. Some of you staying here, some of you taking half bind, right hand around, or your left hand around, or your right hand reaches in front of your thigh and you find a clasp. And then imagine there were a wall behind you that you could lean into. Yeah. One more breath in. Exhale, hands find the earth. Little lift of your hips, just enough to turn your right toes forward, your left foot in, your legs are in warrior two, and your arms are in downward dog, finding a stretch from your right hip to your head. Right knee pushes to the right. And really find spaciousness through your arms. So crawl your arms a little more towards the left corner of your yoga mat. Yeah. Full inhale. As you exhale, your hands walk closer inside of your right foot. Many of us choosing to put a block underneath our right hands. Back to side angle pose. Now this is where a lot of us will stay. Some of you have half or full bind, reaching right arm under. Some of you have a bird of paradise. When you are ready, you step your left foot parallel to your right and rise up. The rest of us hanging out in our side angles. Steady your eyes if you're coming all the way up. Steady your eyes. One more breath in. Birds, make your way back down. And the rest of us, hands to the earth. Step it back, plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, lower knees, chest, and chin. Take your hands under your forehead, elbows wide. Bend your knees. Let your feet move side to side. Just feel your belly heavy on the earth. When you're ready, your feet go long. And you can stay right here in nap time. You can bring your forearms to the earth for Sphinx pose. We take first locust, reaching your arms back, your feet up, maybe interlacing your fingers. Either way, heart lifts. Shoulders draw back and down. And we let the body be breathed. And if you're fully bound, you might take one inhale to reach your arms forward. Exhale, bend your elbows, lift your heart. Hands by your side, tuck your toes. Child's pose, downward dog, or dolphin. So it's a mixed levels class. That means there's mixed levels. Some of you might be capable of doing dolphin, but you choose child's pose because it feels more nourishing. And if you are in dolphin, tiptoe your feet in a little. Maybe one of your legs lifts. And then the other if you are lifting your legs. In dolphins, you might come back through a forearm plank before turning to a child's pose. Long inhale. Let it go. Again, full breath in. Full breath out. Find a seat on your heels. And this time your hands come together. You roll out through your wrists. So bringing your back of your hands towards your chest. It's not normally this hot in here, but there was sweaty flow before us, so in case you're wondering. And reverse your direction when you're ready. Eventually, hands on earth. And either crawl your hands and knees forward or tuck your toes. Lift your knees. Slow crawl, top of your yoga mat. Eventually, your knees land. Blocks outside of your feet. And this time you might play with the top of your feet on the earth, or you can keep your toes tucked as you lift your hips. Inhale your arms to the sky. Exhale your hands wide. Pull your shoulders down your spine, let your hips, your chest lift up. And then one or both hands to your blocks. You may need to bring them back a bit. Once you feel steady, you can stay and let your head drop back between your shoulders. Supported camel. Now to be mindful, take one hand to your low back, other hand to low back, tuck your chin, sit up on an inhale. Exhale, sit on your heels. Palms to your thighs, face up. And you might find deeper breath in, fuller breath out. Bring your blocks to the front of your mat, hands down, step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Some of you flipping your dog, the rest of us, right knee finds the earth for a supported Vashisthasana. So either supported half plank or a full flipped dog. Stay with breath, strong legs. One more inhale. Three-legged dog. As we exhale, left leg up and back. Breathe in. Exhale, left foot between your hands, all of your toes, your hands to the right. You could keep your hands on the earth for another wide-legged, or your hands find your ankles or your big toes. As you inhale, get long. Exhale, soft elbows fold in. If your hands are holding your feet or your ankles, bring them back under your shoulders. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend your right knee. Skandasana, side lunge. So you can do what we've done. You can come all the way down for a more stretchy, restorative, or you lift your hips a little bit for a more active one. There's no pressure. You do what you want. But if you want the more active lift up, your arms might go wide. And if your arms are wide, gaze down, find space through your spine. And when you are ready, with or without your hands, find the other side, bending your left knee. Hands to earth, left toes forward, right foot in a bit. It's our warrior two legs, our down dog arms. Top right corner of your yoga mat. Head resting between your ears. Back leg strong. Another breath in. Exhale, walk your hands towards your left foot. Many of us taking a block inside of our left foot, left hand on block, right hand on hip, or up and over for a supported side angle. Some of you taking a half or full bind. Now feel into your left foot, wherever you are. If you're fully bound, your right foot might step forward to set you up for a bird of paradise. And if you're flying, you're floating, your gaze is steady and focused, you might kick your left foot up. And if it's a bird, slowly come back to your side angle pose. And we all take one big breath in. And exhale, windmill your hands to the ground. Plant your palms, step it back, plank pose, breathe in. And exhale, lower as quickly or as slowly as you like, all the way to your belly. Hands under forehead, knees bend. A little side to side, we move our feet. Letting the bowl of your pelvis be heavy. Legs go long. And prop yourself up for Sphinx pose, your forearms down. Start to gaze over your right shoulder. You might even see your right foot in the peripheral. Inhale through center. Exhale, gaze left. Pause. Inhale through center. Exhale. You can stay right here. We can take our locust pose, interlacing our fingers behind you again, where you bend your knees, reach for your ankles or your feet, and gently kick your feet back into your hands so that your chest might lift. And we ask if it's possible for our thighs to lift away from the floor if we're here. The answer might be no, but we inquire. Heart open, soften your face, one breath in. Exhale, arms long, legs long. Stay as you breathe in. Exhale, bend your elbows, lift your heart. Hands by your sides. Tuck your toes, find downward dog. And inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale. Walk your hands back towards your feet. You might find your big toes with your index middle finger, or you could keep your hands on the earth or your shins, lift up halfway. Exhale, soft elbows, soft knees. And just like we started, generous bend of your knees so that your belly can touch your thighs. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, some of you tucking your hands under your feet, otherwise taking a similar forward fold, soft elbows, soft knees. Really let your knees bend a lot, yeah. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, rise to stand back of your yoga mat. And exhale. Release your hands. Mountain pose, back of your mat. You might bring your toes to touch. You might let your eyes close. Scanning from your feet all the way up. When you're ready, reopening your eyes and taking your arms up on an inhale. And exhale, lift your heels. Your left foot steps forward a bit. And then your right. This is called twinkle toes in the rocket yoga sequence, but that is not the Sanskrit term. I don't know what the Sanskrit term is. Once you arrive at the top of your mat, stay for a breath in. Exhale, land your heels, land your hands. Right knee bends, and we hold on to our right shins with interlaced fingers. Some of you have a straight leg practice holding your big toe. Go ahead and go there if that's you. The rest of us keeping the bend in our front knee. Left hand finds your hip. Steady your eyes, and then your right knee moves to the right. Setting up for tree pose, right foot to your inner left thigh. Hands at hips or heart. Option to grow your tree, arms up. Hands return to your heart. You could stay right here or cross your right foot on top of your left thigh. Bend in your left knee for standing figure 4. Here, your hands might come towards your shin, or your hands find your blocks for a little more support as you bend into your left knee. And keep your right foot flexed. If you have an arm balance, you can go there. Carefully. And the rest of us taking another long inhale. Exhale, your hands find your heart. Inhale, come all the way up, right knee to belly, arms up. Exhale, kick your right foot forward, point through your right toes, hold. Flex your right foot. Control the descent. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, bend your elbows, lift your heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, heel toe your feet as wide as your hips. I like to have my right hand on a block, but it could be on the floor for you. Bending your right knee, left hand to your hip, twisting to the left. Trying to keep our left leg straight if it can. And slowly switch your hands, left hand to floor or block. Right hand to hip, little bend in your left knee. Twisting to the right. Slowly come back, forward fold. And keeping the bend of your knees, weight in your heels. As slow as you can, curl your belly in as you rise up. Arms lift on a breath in. Exhale, hands to heart. Hands by your sides. And your right foot is your base. Left knee bends. Interlace fingers and hold your left shin. And if you have a straight leg practice, feel free to go there. And the rest of us, right hand to your hip. Left knee to the left. Pause. Left foot, inner right thigh, tree pose. Hands to hips or your heart. Your eyes landing somewhere unmoving. And if you're ready, grow your tree. Stay with breath. Hands come back to your heart. You can stay in tree pose or cross your left shin on top of your right thigh, flexing your left foot as your hips bend, hands at heart, maybe forearms glued to your front thigh or hands on blocks for standing figure four. And if you have an arm balance, feel free to wrap your left toes around your right upper arm. And pull your bottom foot towards your bum. And the rest of us, inhale, hands back to your heart. Stay for your exhale. Inhale all the way up, left knee to chest, arms to sky. Exhale, kick your left foot forward, hold. Flex left foot. Slowly land. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Optional flow or come to a seat. And from downward dog, inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, step or hop through, legs straight out in front of you. Have all your stuff somewhere nearby, so your blocks around your midline, outside of your yoga mat. Take your arms forward, your palms face up. Inhale, lift your heart. And exhale, slowly curl. You could come right to your back, or you float your feet for Ardha Navasana, half boat. So more restorative version, come to a mini Shavasana on your back. If you're here, you can stay here, or you can inhale up to full boat. And exhale down to half boat. It's always optional, inhale up. Exhale, half. Stay with breath, inhale, lift. Exhale, half. Inhale, lift, pause. Imagine the left and right sides of your body meeting together in your boat pose. And curl all the way down, land your feet, your arms stretch up over your head, big breath in. And exhale, bend your knees, hug your shins, or take happy baby, holding for your big toes, the outer edges of your feet. Gently release your feet to your yoga mat, your knees bent. Option A is a simple twist. Your knees glued together and they move to the left. Option B, your right leg crosses up and over. As you let your knees fall to the left, eagle legs, right arm to the right. Whatever side you're twisting on, just remember where you are. Melting through the palm of your right hand. Another full breath in. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, unwinding. Maybe coming through one more happy baby or other lower back release, hugging your knees, hugging your shins, and letting yourself rock a little bit. Eventually your feet land on the earth. And your knees go to the right, either simply or your left thigh crosses up and over. Your knees go to the right, left arm extending to the left. And your left palm might turn upward. Allow your left fingertips to open softly. The fullest inhale you can muster. Stay for your exhale. Unwinding onto your back, landing your feet. And a restorative inversion today looks like a block underneath your hips, either a restorative bridge or legs to the ceiling. If you have an active inversion, a shoulder stand or a headstand, feel free to go there. And if you're on your block, you might invite your palms face up. Those of you in shoulder stand, hands walk towards your ribs, elbows towards each other. If your hips are on a block, let your hips melt into your block. Shoulder stands, finding your counter pose, your plow shape, feet reaching up and over your head. You might interlace your fingers behind your back. If it's a headstand, you might pike for a couple breaths. Plow pose, unwinding as you're ready, using your core to control the descent. We all bring our feet back to earth, hips off block. Extend your legs long, one at a time. stay right here. Or tuck your thumbs underneath your hips. Your feet come together, your elbows try to touch each other as your forearms find the earth. And you let your head drop back, your chest up for fish pose. Don't overthink it. Pointing your toes. Another full breath in. Exhale, tuck your chin, come all the way down, unleash your arms. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Exhale, reach for your toes, curl all the way up. If your low back is sensy, bend your knees, hold your elbows. Otherwise, holding ankles, feet, or big toes. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, soft fold. Invite your belly in just a little. Really let go of something that you do not need. Inhale, look forward. Exhale to your seat. Bring your feet together, Baddha Konasana, butterfly legs, holding your shins or your big toes. Inhale here. Exhale, lean forward, maybe curl inward. Three of your breaths. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, come to a seat. Simple crisscross, or you might prop yourself up like how we started, sitting on a block. If it's comfortable, let your eyes close. Resting the back of your hands on your thighs. All of our yoga practice, the journey to the seat. And at the bottom of your next exhale, let the breath stay out for a moment. Inhale until you're full and hold as much as you can. Hold through your nose, exhale. And breathe easy, letting your breath do what it will. You might take one hand to your heart. Imagine you could breathe just into your heart space. Continually sending breath into that region. If the mind needs something else to do, first just notice that. And then you might imagine a warm golden light starting from your heart space. And as you breathe into this warm golden light, it expands outward, creating a little glowing container for you. Sending light even into the darkest little nooks and crannies. Until your whole being is alight. If the mind wanders, come back to this light. And wrapping itself around your hips, your knees, and your feet. All the way up your back. Towards your shoulders and the crown of your head. And if there's any resistance to sitting still, just notice that. And send breath back to your heart space. Can we learn to listen to whatever this heart space might be trying to tell us through gentle nudges throughout the day? Even if, and especially if, we don't know where it wants to lead us. Can we surrender our minds to our hearts? Continually surrendering your mind to your heart. And you can stay in your seat as long as you wish, or make your way down to final resting pose, Shavasana, on your back. Letting your palms turn up. You might take one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Begin to expand breath under the palms of your hands. Each breath a little deeper than the last. And when you're ready, stretch your arms long, full body stretch, pointing your toes on a breath in. And exhale, rolling to one side, taking a fetal posture. And pausing. And whenever you are ready, you might keep your eyes closed as you find your way back to your seat. And taking your thumbs to your forehead center. And down to your heart. Take a clearing breath in. And clearing breath out. Inhale for the sound of Om. Bowing your forehead to your hands. May we all be brave enough to follow our hearts. Thank you. Thank you all so much for being here. It means the world to me. I hope you have a great day. That's it, we did it. Yay!